CHA blames the housing market crash for its stalled progress, but the agency's critics say the issue isn't finances, it's politics and priorities. Vacant land still sits near 23rd and State, where the Harold Ickes homes once stood. Lori Williams used to live here.
You put people out on the street, you put them in desperate situation. You put their lives in limbo.
The Chicago Housing Authority launched the plan for transformation in 2000. Residents moved out, bulldozers moved in, and the city's most notorious housing came tumbling down. With the promise CHA would rehab or rebuild 25,000 units.
It was 1,008 units here. CHA plans only bring back 200 units. That's less than 20% what was here.
Community organizer Roderick Wilson has been working with former Ickes residents who want to return.
We're in the 15th year of Plan for Transformation, and there's still no housing here. And they're giving land away for an athletic field for Jones College Prep. I know the students need an athletic field, but what about the housing?
The net loss of housing we've seen in Chicago is unprecedented. When the CHA last opened its waiting list, we saw 282,000 households apply for assistance. That's nearly 1 in every 4 families in Chicago.
Leah Levenger runs the Chicago Housing Initiative. She says CHA has the cash, but with little oversight from the city or the federal government, she says the agency isn't building, leasing all available units, or issuing all of its housing vouchers.
In the CHA's latest financial report, they indicate that they're sitting on $440 million in surplus cash. I mean, it's really just a disgusting waste of resources that people need.
People need this in order to survive. And if you're holding this and hoarding it, hoarding money, hoarding land, it's just not right.
CHA has the money, but our partners are having more difficulty getting their financing straight.
Mayor Emanuel appointed Michael Merchant CHA boss in October 2013. He's the agency's 3rd CEO in 4 years. We met at the former Stateway Gardens, now Park Boulevard, a mixed-income development he calls a success story.
But the mixed income model is the best way to proceed, to make sure that we're having the public housing residents live with our market rate and the affordable and create a good vibrancy.
You can't look at me and tell, oh, well, she's a CHA resident.
Roberta Wright has lived in this Park Boulevard apartment for 7 years, and while the development continues in phases, she also got a job on site working with Walsh Construction.
I think CHA is doing a tremendous job in the transformation. We don't have a lot of the, riffraff and stuff that we were used to.
In 2013, under the mayor's directive, CHA released its blueprint for the future. The plan forward.
Frankly, as someone who teaches urban planning and plan making, if this was given to me, I would fail them.
UIC professor Janet Smith says the plan doesn't address resident concerns.
And it didn't acknowledge them and it didn't include them, but it also didn't offer anything up really concrete to work on.
Across the city, there's frustration with CHA's progress.
Its focus is not necessarily on meeting its mission, which is to help provide affordable housing for very low-income people.
We could say that really the mission is now plan forward. It's specifically creating vibrant communities. Specifically, we're going to make sure we're building safe and affordable housing, and specifically going to be making sure that we are assisting our residents in moving to self-sufficiency.
But CHA's critics use another word to describe the plan.
Gentrification. It's using tax dollars to get rid of poor black people out of inner cities.
To me, it does not look accidental. Like, there's too much consistency about who is seeing what they rely on disappeared from the city.
CHA's CEO says he hopes to see the 25,000 unit commitment fulfilled within the next 2 years.
So we're at about 88 or 89%.
He says the agency is making progress at the former Ickes site.
Unfortunately, it hasn't happened as fast as we would like to it have happened, but the fact that we are just about ready to select the developer is a very good sign.
I definitely want to be here.
Lori Williams has been sleeping on a friend's couch. She applied for CHA's waiting list, hoping to return to the area she calls home.
We don't have our own anymore. We don't have a key. We don't have a lease. We don't have a sense of belonging.
Nearly 17,000 relocated families had the right to return to new or rehabbed public housing units or the option of using a housing voucher. CHA says more than half have moved into their final housing choice. But the agency has lost contact with some 3,000 families whose whereabouts today are unknown. We have much more on this story, plus extended interview clips posted on our website at WGN-TV.com. Back to you.